Okay. It is Sunday. It is a Sunday. It is Sunday, and I've decided to come into the yard and pack my wagon for the week. Obviously I've been off for a week, so I've come in to get my stuff. So I've got my bag here. Oh, that's not mine. Flip-flops and my change of clothes for the week. So I've just come to sort it all out whilst I've got a bit of time. So hive is on, as you do. Yeah, it saves me getting up super early on a Monday morning, so I thought I'd come in today, spend an hour or so, hour and a half, just sorting myself out, my wagon, etc. Get my lorry keys because I'm back from a week off, like I said, and put our stuff in our wagon. That's the plan. So got my paperwork. There it is. And yeah, so that's the plan. Let's get ourselves back in the lorry, and I'll speak to you in a second. Oh, it's good to be back in the baby. It's good to be back in the lorry. I'm back in the lorry, and I must say, it's been kept very, very clean. I'll just show you how clean it's been kept. So whoever had the driver before, he done a really good job. He's kept it clean and tidy the way I left it for him before I had my week off, of course. But the bed's all nice and clean. He's kept it clean. He's obviously cleaned around here. It's literally spotless, actually. It's spotless. So can't complain. So thank you, driver, for keeping my lorry nice and clean for me whilst away. It feels so strange after being off for what, 9 days, 7, 8, 9 days, whatever it is. It feels so strange going back into a lorry. It just feels so surreal again. But it's a good surreal. It's a good feeling. Anyway, I've driven my lorry around to the car park where my car is, and you can see my car is just there. I'm gonna get all my bedding out, make my bed for the week, so I haven't got to think about it tomorrow, and then unpack a few things. Then I need to get some lunch, grab a coffee, and then take the lorry back in. I've got enough AdBlue and diesel, so that's looking good. I might put some more AdBlue in there just for the week. I've got 3/4 of a tank of diesel, so the previous driver made sure there was diesel in there, which was brilliant, so thank you. I haven't got to worry about that now. There's one less thing to worry about today or tomorrow. And yeah, we're ready to rock and roll for tomorrow. So I'm going to jump out. I'm going to put my bedding in the lorry, set my bedding up for the week because I've got nice clean bedding, and then I'll be back to you very shortly. Speak to you soon. We're ready to rock and roll. So that's me done. Bedding all fixed up, clean bedding all ready. My bin's there, ready for the week. All clean, all ready to rock and roll. Obviously just need to get my sat nav out in the morning and all that good stuff, and then we're ready to rock and roll. I've got my fridge all full up, so my fridge is all ready to go. Fridge is on. All my fish pie, my yogurts, my milk, my fruit, my Diet Cokes. I've got my essentials. I've got my essentials ready for the week. So that'll start me off for the week and get me going. So looking good. So tomorrow morning is a case of coming in, vehicle checks. I've done some vehicle checks whilst I was here. No issues with lights, bulbs, or anything like that. I've got to go and pick up a trailer, a loaded trailer, of course, tomorrow morning. I'm going to aim to leave. I've got to be at my first job for midday, so we've got a good little drive to our first job. I think it's Oxford we're going to, that sort of way. So I'm guessing maybe straight down the M40. See how we do. I think it is. I think that's where we're going. I'll double check everything when I get in the morning, paperwork, etc. But that's what we're thinking. Turn the engine off for a second. Yeah, no major issues. So happy days. I've done some vehicle checks whilst I was here. I mean, the wagon's not moving, my car's not in, but we can always do some checks on the wagon whilst we're here. I mean, looking at it, just double check. It's all looking good. Hazards are working fine. Oh, Rear indicator's fine, rear indicator's fine. I've got someone else that actually checked my brake lights for me as well whilst they were here. So we have no major issues with our lights. So at least I know in the morning when I get in, I haven't got to worry about anything like that. Horn, that's working. Wipers I've checked. Really straightforward and simple really. Vehicle checks in the morning. So yeah, when we get in, that's it. It's the start of a new week. Obviously tomorrow morning when I come in, I'll have a shave. Be a bit cleaner tomorrow. I've let this go this week. Well, a little bit anyway. But I'll have a shave in the morning. And, or a shave tonight, should I say. And aim to get in relatively early tomorrow, ready to go. I'm not going to get in too late. I want to get in relatively early. Maybe aiming to get in for about 04:30. Yes, about 4:30 tomorrow, get around there. I've got to pick a trailer up like I said. So I want to be ahead of myself tomorrow, no rushing for a Monday morning. I want to be nice and settled in, ready for my week. Whether I get home this week or not is a different story. I have no idea whether I'm going to get home, but the most important thing is the weather's nice. I'm looking forward to getting back to work, back on the road, really looking forward to getting back on the road and getting to our first job tomorrow. So happy days. So anyway, that's me ready for a new week. I've taken you through what I basically do, what I've got and how clean it was. It's quiet for a Sunday, so why not, eh? Why not? Yeah, so. Okay, so we have, well, happy Monday, firstly. It is a Monday. It's a Monday morning. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous Monday morning. I'm not sure about yourself, but I was out in the sun yesterday, obviously packing for the week, getting my wagon ready for the week. Or should I say unit, or should I say lorry, whatever tickles your fancy. Yeah, so was here yesterday, was loading yesterday. Weather was gorgeous. Today we've just got beautiful weather again. I'll put a picture on my Instagram and Facebook, a little selfie of me and the lovely summer today. Well, sunshine, not summer just yet, but sunshine. It's Monday. Not had a chance to do much recording this morning whilst being loaded because it was very busy this morning, so I had to get in, get out, get on the road. We are in Oxfordshire, or Oxfordshire, and we are, well, basically the site that we've gone to has I had to use a sat nav to get there today. We got there, no problems, got to the office, and I looked forward, looked in front of me, and there's lots of construction work being done. It looks like a new RDC is being built next to where we're delivering today. And I was told to reverse, go around the back. Basically, there's an entrance, a goods in entrance around the back. I was like, okay. So it's a guessing game, really. Go out there, go past the petrol station, take a left, take a right, that sort of stuff. So I sort of didn't use a sat nav because I couldn't. It was a guessing game, really. So I looped around the sort of this small industrial estate about 4 or 5 times, trying to find where I'm going. Parked on this road here, which is just on a, not a busy A road, but it's not ideal, but we've got no choice because they're doing construction on the site. They've used a different goods in, I think it looks like a different goods in entrance for the goods, for lorries, and it's one in, one out. Another driver I walked in, another driver was being tipped. There was one in front of me waiting, and now I've just reversed back here waiting to go in. Once he's finished, I can then go in and hopefully get tipped. So yeah, I could be sat here for a little while, but I'll just show you the road I'm on. This is the road I'm on here. So we're going in there, and we just parked here a minute ago, which is not ideal with your hazards on, but there's nowhere else to actually park to get into site. It's a really tight road around here, basically. So I'm just parked here, as you can see now. So there's not really much to show you, unfortunately, but we're here. That's the most important thing. We are here, and we've got a delivery time for 1 PM, 1300 hours today. Obviously I'm well early. It's now, well, I've been here a little while, took a loop around to make sure I was at the right site. I am at the right site. and it's nearly midday, it's nearly 12 o'clock. We've got a delivery time for 1 o'clock. I've already signed into the office, so they do know I'm here. I'm next in line, so happy days with that. I've been here for about an hour and a bit now, waiting to go in. It takes a little bit of time to get these off, so you've got to take your ratchet straps off, you've got to put all your straps away, and once you put your straps away, the forklift driver comes out and then takes off the products. They weigh about 2.5 to 3 ton a piece. Ton? Is it ton? Yes, ton. They're very, very, very heavy bits of kit. So yeah, it takes time to get unloaded. And then next, I've got my job next. I've just set the sat nav not long ago. We are 90 miles away, so we're about just over 2 hours away from our next collection, and we're going to Leicester. Leicester? I think it's Leicestershire, just the outskirts of Leicester. It is Leicester, isn't it? I've been there before. It is just the outskirts, yeah. So it's still the Midlands, it's a 2 hour drive away. And then whether we get that tipped today, probably not, because at the moment my ETA is 2 p.m. and we're not going to get there till probably 3/4 p.m. today because I've still got to be tipped here. So it's a waiting game. But that is the plan of action at the moment. And yeah, it looks like it'll be a tip first thing in the morning, or it'll be a drop and swap for me today, where drop the trailer, possibly, and then take another trailer and get loaded for the following day. I don't know what the plan is yet, but the plan at the moment is to get this trailer reloaded in Leicester, ready for a delivery for tomorrow. I'm going to have some lunch because I'm going to be sat here for a little while. And yeah, I think I might have some soup today for a Monday. There's not really much for me to do in the cab. It's all clean, it's all tidy. I've already set my next job up on the sat nav. I know where I'm going because I have been there before. And then yeah, so at the moment for a Monday, I'm really happy. It's a glorious day, it's gorgeous. I hope you're all having a great Monday already, and I hope you have a fantastic week. That's the most important thing. Be positive, have a great week, and if you're currently training to be a HGV driver, or you're thinking about it, good luck with it. I hope you pass. I hope you do your driving, because it is a good job. It is a great job if it's what you make of it. Oh, I can see a Hercules landing, a British Army or Royal Navy Hercules, the big huge planes landing in distance. So there obviously is I'm not sure what military airport's down this way. I can't remember, but anyway, just seen one. Massive planes. Yeah, so we're going to crack on. That's what we're going to do. We're going to crack on. So yeah, have a fantastic Monday, everyone. I will update you and get back to you very, very shortly. Speak to you in a bit. So, update. Still waiting to get in. So I'm having some pasta. I've been sat here for 2 hours now. And still waiting to get in, but I'm next in. So I am the next lorry in. I'm still waiting to get in. So I've updated the office with an ETA. Not an ETA, but an update of when I'm going in. I'm next, basically. So yes, it's just a waiting game at the moment. Quite frustrating because it's taken longer than expected, but once this next driver is out, because you've got to reverse out and get. It's taking longer than I thought, I have to say, but what can you do? There's not much I can do about it. I've just got to be patient and wait for this driver to finish, and I can go in. In fact, I'm going to go walk in there and see how much more he's got to tip. So I'll get back to you very shortly. I'm in the way of a lot of cars now. I need to get in there soon because I'm actually in the way of the road, but I've got nowhere else to park. So anyway, I will get back to you very shortly with an update. Okay, we're going in, we're going in, we're going in, yeah! Right, let's go. Okay, we are now, the driver has just left. We now have the green light to go on site. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? That's a really good rhyme. We now have the green light to go on site. Oh, it's very tight around here. So, I've just spoken to the driver who's just come out. He said, all clear, bud. You can go in there now. I was like, yes. Right, it's now, so it's over 2 hours waiting there. But we got there eventually, so fingers crossed. I'm going to jump out in a second, sort the paperwork out, or hand in my paperwork. I have signed in, and then hopefully we'll get this off pretty sharpish. It's very tight to get in here. So you have to watch the swing of the trailer, you have to watch the back end of the trailer as well. So, right. I'm going to park here, I think. Watch that nice van there. I don't want to be touching anyone's van. Right, I think he's seen me. I shall give him my paperwork in just a moment. Right, what I'll do, I'm going to sit here. Right, I'm going to go and give him my paperwork. I'll come back to you in just a second. Speak to you soon. Okay, so we are doing good. Let's put a mic on here. So I didn't manage to give you an update of when I left the last job. You've seen me go in. I went in just to give you a sort of rundown of what I did. Went into the last job, went in, given my paperwork, found the guy to obviously help me get into the bay. It was a very sort of tight, how can I put it, tight, it wasn't RDC, it was like a hangar, a small hangar. Imagine a real big garage, a car garage, but a garage the height of a 15-foot trailer. You had to sort of guide me in, nose in. Obviously got unloaded in the end. I was in there for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and then I then had to reverse out, jackknife, to get the trailer around. It was really tight, and the worst thing about it, as it took a bad timing, but as I finished tipping, unloading me, they were changing shifts. So it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, gone 1 o'clock, and they were doing a shift changeover. So I had to wait another 25 minutes for them to change shifts because all the cars were outside. I couldn't reverse the lorry out. I had to wait for them to move their cars and then obviously reverse out. Eventually got there in the end, managed to get out nice and safely. So I'm now currently, so the time is now, it's taken me 2 hours to get to my next collection. The time currently is 17:28 p.m. So it's going to be a 15-hour day for me today. Mondays tend to be 15s anyway. Monday and Tuesdays tend to be your sort of 15s. Well, at least I know Mondays are definitely 15s normally for me anyway. So we are currently being loaded. We're not loaded, actually we're not being loaded yet. We've been here for about 25 minutes. We've been here for, no, in fact, I've been here for 25 minutes. I've been here for 45 minutes. Yeah, 45 minutes I've been here for, and we're still not being loaded yet. So it's going to be a long and late Monday for me. We're heading south. We are just under 3 hours away from our delivery point. It's obviously not going to be delivered until the morning. However, we are ETA at the moment to our delivery point on the sat nav is nearly 8:30 at night. I'm not going to get down there for that time, so I need to start planning on where I'm going to stay tonight. Ideally, I want to stay at a service station that provides a Snap account. So I'm thinking M1 is going to either be Watford Gap, Northampton. It could be one or two truck stops that I'm aware of, that I know of, or I push down to the M25, the lovely M25, and stop at maybe Clackett Lane, which is not the greatest service station, I must say. I don't really like staying there, but it's got about 67 spaces for HGVs and plenty of coach parks, coach bays as well if you need it. I do try and avoid them. If I need to use one, I will use one. So I'm not sure what to do. I want to push on, ideally want to push on this evening as close to my delivery point tomorrow as possible, so I can then obviously start a bit later tomorrow. Well, I'll have to start a bit later tomorrow. I need to take at least a 9 hours off tomorrow. Yeah, so that's the plan for today as a Monday. It's the first day of the week. So let's see how we get on. I'm going to try and push on south as much as I can. I've still got just under 3 hours of drive time left. So it's going to be touch and go whether I get to the M25 with no traffic. If it's a clear run, I'll be fine. If we hit traffic, I'm going to have to start thinking about plan B, about parking up tonight. So we're going to head south on the M1, see how we do. There is a truck stop on junction 14 of the M1 that I'm thinking. If that's full up, which possibly at that time of night could be, probably is. Sunset starts to happen around about 8 PM, doesn't it, at the moment? So yeah, it's touch and go. So if I do stop on the M25, it's going to be dark by the time I get there. Whether I get a space or not that time of night is going to be tricky. So I need to be very aware of my drive time. I could push 3 hours south. If I don't find a space, I'm going to be pushing onto a 10-hour drive today. I don't want to be using my 10 on a Monday, really. I would rather save that. But who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. It might be a lay-by job tonight. I don't know. Let's just see. I've got an idea. It just depends on traffic, and this is the nature of being a HGV driver, being a tramper, being, you know, a long distance driver. You can plan your services, you can plan where you're going to park, but everything dictates sometimes. Well, it does dictate on traffic, because the later it gets, the busier the service stations get for HGV parking, meaning sometimes you're limited. You have to go for a lay-by. However, lay-bys can be tricky as well. So yeah, it's going to be a long, late Monday today, meaning I've got to take at least 9 off tomorrow. I won't be able to start until at least, well, if I finish at 8/9 PM tonight, I won't be starting until at least the car can't go into at least 6 o'clock in the morning. Hello, you join me on another glorious day on a Wednesday morning. So I do apologise that I didn't get much footage yesterday for you. Make sure the mic's on. Yesterday was a day where, well, a funny day, but I spent most of my day, when I had a bit of time, to basically editing and just putting the video together. So I didn't get much footage, and it didn't really do much exciting stuff yesterday. However, this morning so I've just actually tipped yesterday's load in South East London. I'm now headed back to the yard to do a collection. I've got 24 pallets being loaded. 24 pallets, and we are headed to Tesco in Corby. So back up to the Midlands. So for me, once I get here, I've got a 1 PM booking as it stands. It's looking quite unlikely that I'm going to make the 1 PM today, because it's 10 to 10 already in the morning. It's about a 2.5 hour drive if we got the M11, then A14 northbound, then come across. It's about 2 hours 45 minute drive, so I'm not going to make the 1 p.m. So I'm hoping I'm going to have to get this loaded, speak to the office and see if they can get this changed or get the delivery time changed, because it's looking unlikely. The roads have been a bit tricky at times getting back here. M25 for you. However, you have no control over the road. Unfortunately, my delivery this morning, I got there just after 6 a.m. They open at 6, but the gentleman that actually unloads you doesn't come into work till 7, so I had to wait till 7 to be. So I killed an hour. That lost an hour basically of my day already, and yeah, I didn't get out until gone 8 o'clock, or just before 8 o'clock. You know, it is what it is, you know, but these things happen. So now I'm hoping that this job can get changed in terms of timings, because I'm not sure how strict Tesco can be, but we'll soon find out once we're loaded. So yes, so yesterday, where do I start? Yesterday was a funny day. As you can see the title of this video, I had a bit of an incident yesterday. Not an incident, but a bit of a problem on the road with another driver, a container driver. Not a problem on my side, it was an issue with another driver. I was actually at the petrol station, and this is the nature of driving heavy goods on the road. There's drivers that have road rage and will take out every inch of energy out on you. Negative energy, I like to call it, because they've got issues either in their own lives, they're not happy with their job, and yeah, they've been maybe doing it for too long, I don't know. But anyway, I was coming out of the petrol station after filling up with diesel at Northampton, northbound. Now, as you come out of the petrol station, you've got to sort of, you've got your near side, you can't, it's a blind side, so you've got to swing the unit to an angle to then turn right, so you can see the oncoming traffic on your near side. You know, your blind side, you can't see nothing. So 2 cars went past, brilliant. Now it's a good couple of 100 meters, no, not 100 meters actually, a few, well, let's have a guess, less than a football pitch. You know, you can see right up there, there's plenty of room to sort of commit and push yourself out. No one's coming down. I've pulled out, and then I look into my mirrors, I see a lorry coming shooting down, a container driver coming shooting down behind me, lights on, flashing like crazy. He was doing some speed. He clearly was in a rush. He's obviously seen me, I've committed. I didn't see him. There was plenty of time for me to come out and commit. He's tooting me, he's going crazy, absolutely crazy. Now, I haven't got this on camera at the time because I wasn't recording, but I do have cameras on the lorry side, the front and the sides of the lorry, so you know everything's on video if anything happens. And in my case, there was no issues. You know, if you see a lorry and they commit, just slow down, give way. I already committed. He should have known that. Anyway, he's decided to get right up my backside. He's giving me the hand gestures and going crazy at me, and anyway, decided to get on the motorway, get on the M1 North, and he decides to come next to me on my side, obviously driver's side, and start giving me all the hand gestures. His veins are popping out of his neck, he's going crazy, arms up. He won't, you know, at this point I'm doing about 52 as I'm coming onto the motorway, 53. So obviously gathering a bit of speed as I get onto the road. He's keeping up with me, he's not going forward, he's not sitting back, he's just next to me, giving me all the abuse under the sun. I'm just ignoring him because I can see him giving me a lot of aggravation here. He's not happy that I've pulled out in front of him according to him. In my eyes, there was plenty of room for me to come out. He just had to slow down. I didn't see him. He just had to slow down. He clearly was coming down at some speed to be directly behind me at, you know, quite short notice. And we're coming out the service station. You know, I'm coming out the petrol station. He should know there's a petrol garage there. Drivers will be, you know, HGV drivers will be filling up. You know, what's the issue? Just slow down. That's what I would do. You know, give way. because drivers can't always, if it's a blind side, the driver can't see you. You know, you can adjust your mirrors. If the driver can't see you, then, you know, it's common sense to a degree. Anyway, cut long story short, I smiled at him because I'm not going to react to aggression on the road, because I'm, you know, I like to think I'm a professional. Stay focused on the road, because at this point, you know, he wants a reaction from me. I've just asked him, just go. I've smiled at him. Me smiling at him has made the situation a bit worse. He's got a lot more angry, crazy. And he's for about a good 2 minutes in level with me, and he's trying to push his cab next to me. He's trying to intimidate me. He's in front of me, braking so I get close to him, so I hit the back of him. He's just trying to... Good morning. Good morning. I hope you're all doing great this morning or today. You join me on a Thursday morning. It's just 5 o'clock in the morning now, and we're just heading off. Vehicle checks are done. Vehicle checks are complete. All is well, and we are heading off to... We're heading off on the road now. So, yesterday we had we had 9 off last night, or 9.5 hours to be precise. I had a 15-hour day yesterday, and I'll rest. 15-hour day yesterday, so it was a long old Wednesday yesterday. Unfortunately, it was one of those things. Didn't finish last night until, I didn't clock off till about 7:30 last night. 7:25 I think it was, to be precise. 7:30 roughly. Had to take 9 hours off, of course, at the very least. So I took a 9 last night. I could have pushed on further to my delivery point last night, but I had to take 9 hours off. And if I dragged time last night too late, it would have been I would have had to get up later, leave later, meaning your day just gets longer and longer. So today I want to try and finish a little bit earlier. That would be nice. That's the plan. However, it doesn't always go to plan, as I've sort of mentioned before. But today we're loaded already. We are loaded already, and we are at a place called Coville, which is near Leicester. Last night we loaded up, and yeah, we're heading down south now. We have 136 miles to drive, which is about, it is, as it is on the sat nav, just over 3 hours. So ETA is about just after 8 AM this morning. Obviously, we don't know the traffic, what traffic we've got to contend with this morning or today, so time will tell, but I would say about 8:30 we should get there on a clear run, or just before that. So let's see how we do today. We've got a fairly straightforward day today, and this week for me, it's been a relatively straightforward week so far. A couple of the same sort of or 2 or 3 of the same collection and deliveries this week. So this week's been quite busy in terms of the same client. So all is good. So straightforward week so far for me. I think the reason, I mean, yesterday was a very different type of job I had. I had a job to Corby, as I mentioned previously on the video yesterday. I was actually 20 minutes late, or 25 minutes late, whatever it was. to my delivery point, and they said to me, "You're late." I said, "Well, there's a reason behind that, obviously the roads, etc, etc." So they asked me to park on the bay and hang tight, we'll load you when we're ready. So that was a knock-on effect of me being late for that job yesterday, because I was late, they made me wait, I missed my time, my slot. They made me sit there for 3 hours before they decided to unload me. That's why I had a 15 yesterday, I finished so late. Yeah, so I wasn't best pleased with that, unfortunately. Nature of the game, I guess. In general haulage, you will get customers, you will get jobs. If you're late for a certain job and you've got to be there at a certain time, they do, I think punishment is the word, it's probably not the word to use, but in hindsight, it pretty much is that. They'll make you wait because you've missed your delivery slot. Some clients you go to, they'll make you wait. Got on the bay eventually at about 4:30 in the afternoon. Sat on the bay, opened the curtains both sides, and then they decided to take 4 pallets off. Bearing in mind I've got 24 pallets on the trailer. The forklift driver disappears for about 25 minutes, comes back, then takes off 1 more pallet, 2 more pallets. I keep getting my numbers wrong. 2 more pallets because it was taking off 2 at a time. 2 pallets, and then decides to go off another half an hour. I'm standing there, my gloves are on. I'm thinking, where's this forklift driver gone? Where is he? Literally, where is he? So I've asked the other forklift driver. I said, "Excuse me, where's your colleague gone? He's started unloading me. He's been gone, like, come back, he's gone for half an hour. Where's he gone?" "Don't know. Can you find out for me?" Yeah, I guess so. And I just had that sort of attitude from the other forklift driver as well, because on the radio they heard that I was late. Now they're saying I was an hour and a half late for the job. I was not an hour and a half late for the job, I was 20 minutes late for the job. And I've always said, tell me if I'm wrong, if you're a driver yourself for many years on the road, a company should give you half an hour either side, because obviously issues on the roads, traffic, all that sort of stuff. They should have a bit of leeway with you to a degree, I think. Well, these guys weren't doing it at all. They were not shifting whatsoever. If you're a minute late, that was it. I've never been to them before. Never been there before. So yeah. So that wasn't too good. So that really pushed me back yesterday. And here I am this morning. So I've got a bit more driving to do this morning. I'm going to stop off for a coffee on the way down, grab a quick coffee, and then hit the road again. So we're now just coming onto the M1. I mean, so just another sort of tip for any new drivers out there, maybe if you're a new driver thinking about going into the industry, just be aware, obviously you come across these challenges as well. Not only would you come across obviously the issues I had with a container driver on the motorway, which was a fairly scary moment. You have these sort of issues when it comes to going to jobs. Forklift drivers can be funny. The company will do things because you're late to be difficult. And like I said, when you're late, sometimes it's completely out of your hands. You can plan your route as much as you want, but if you get caught in traffic, an accident or something like that, your day can be really sort of messed up and not go to plan. So yeah. So anyway, it's a new day though. It's a new day for me today. It's a new day for you today. It's the sunrise. The sun is rising as we speak. It's just gone 5 o'clock. Hopefully we get a nice straightforward run down there. Well, I can't guarantee that, but I've left in good time. I mean, I would have left earlier this morning, but I've had to take 9 hours off at the very least by law. So by law, so take less than 9 hours off, then it will have a knock-on effect on your drive time the following day. So you have to take at least a 9 off. So I took about 9.5 hours. Brushed my teeth, had a wash. I've had no breakfast yet. I haven't even made myself a coffee in yet. In fact, empty. And here we are. Here we are. So, what's everyone up to on a Thursday morning or a Thursday? Is everyone working today? If so, what do you do? What's your plans for today? If you're a driver, where are you off to? Where are you off to today in the country? Or in Europe, maybe, for that matter, if you're a European driver. But yeah, let's see what happens today. Let's see what happens. Got a bit of a croaky voice today. Well, not long just woke up, but got a bit of a croaky voice. Mr. Royal Mail's going past me, just gone past me. Is he going to come in? He is. Manchester's, Wigan's, Bolton. I've not done a great deal with them this week. Not complaining, because it is what it is. I get the jobs, I go to them, that's it, simple as that. You know, if I can get them, if I can get the collection done in time, brilliant. If I can't, you can't. You know, time is always against you on the road, always against you. But that's why you have to plan your routes and plan your days. Make sure you take the relevant rest time off as well and take your breaks. By law. By law. So yeah. Better move across. No, you're going to get out fine. Right, so let's make some progress and then I'll get back to you very shortly. Get back to you very shortly, guys, on ETA and how we're getting on the road. Speak to you soon. Okay, you join me. M1. I'm still on the M1 at the moment. Heading south. I managed to grab my coffee, my morning coffee, my Costa. Lovely. Everyone likes the morning Costa. What I wanted to say is mention that I forgot to mention yesterday is a massive congratulations to my the company I actually did my training with, Mainstream Group in Kent. Massive congratulations to them because they were invited, or should I say, they had the BBC come down to their training facilities. And no, I don't know the ins and outs of it, of course, but I was asked kindly to attend by Mainstream Group. Unfortunately, I couldn't. It was late notice for me, unfortunately, and obviously once I'm on the road all week and I've got my jobs planned out for the week with the business, it's very difficult for me to come off the road, which I'm sure they understand, obviously, the nature of the business, being a HGV company themselves. But yeah, they had the BBC come down on Wednesday, I think it was, yesterday. I was asked on Monday if I could attend, if I'd be interested, which of course very interested, but basically they wanted me to come down and just sort of speak, you know, on behalf of Mainstream, to explain what my training's been like, what's my experience been like since I've been a HGV driver. It seems that it's come to light again. The driver shortage is maybe possibly coming out again. I might be wrong, but the BBC are obviously down there for a reason, There seems to be a bit of talk around the industry again, a bit of talk around HGV driving, driver shortage possibly, and the lack of drivers on the road. Now, I reckon that could be because the government have invested a lot of money into qualifications for new drivers on Class 1, whether it's Class 1 or Class 2, and a lot of drivers possibly aren't going into the industry with the license. They're getting their license and they're not even doing nothing with it, which in my eyes doesn't seem any sense. There's no sense behind that at all. Why would you spend so much time going into getting your licenses if you're not going to use it? Because you'll soon forget how to drive these things if you don't go into the job. That's my outlook to it. Obviously, I had my license was funded through the boot camp, which I'm very grateful to have even to this day. And I've used it since day one, and I've made the most of it. I choose it as a career at the moment, you know, because I didn't want to lose my skill set. I didn't want to lose the knowledge I had when I first passed. I wanted to get straight on the road and get going and start building my knowledge and building my experience and getting to know the job. So yeah, that could be why. But it's great news for Mainstream Group because they're a great company, and you know, I've always highly recommended them as a training company. If you are watching this video and you know you are thinking about going to be a HGV driver, you're from London, Kent or somewhere like that, it doesn't matter where you're from in the UK, they provide training across the whole country. They're based in Kent, but great instructors. You'll get all the knowledge you need and all the support you need after you pass and finish your training. And they certainly help you to get into work as well. So they're an agency as well, so they'll help you to find work as well. This is no promotion for Mainstream, of course. I don't get paid to say this, but I speak on behalf of them because they've done me a massive favour. I've got qualified, under funding. They took me on, and I'm very grateful to this day, and I'll always speak highly of them because of it. And I had a great experience with them as well, so go and check them out. The link is below this video. But yeah, really good news, guys. So if you're watching Mainstream, well done. You know, you are a great company to train with. I had a good experience, and hello to all the instructors. I'm doing well on the road. I'm still going, still plugging along, getting my experience and learning the ropes. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, thank you once again. But once again, congratulations finally on getting, having a BBC come down, because that's quite a big thing. I think it is for any company to have such a big presence or a big media company the size of them to come down and speak to you. So it says a lot about you as a company and Mainstream as a company. So well done. Anyway, let's move on. I'm literally, where am I now? I'm only an hour and a half away. I'm not far away at all. My ETA is looking like 8 o'clock still. I might be there just before 8 o'clock if it's a smooth run. At the moment, it's been pretty smooth. So let's see how we do. But I wanted to be here a lot earlier than this really this morning, but after yesterday's late finish, unfortunately time is against you, as I said. Anyway, we're going to crack on. I will keep you updated very shortly. I'm going to enjoy my coffee, and yeah, I'll get back to you with an ETA and how we're getting on with this load, and hopefully we don't hit the traffic. Good morning. You join me on, fast forward a couple of days or so, and you join me on a misty Saturday morning. A very misty Saturday morning. I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. I didn't want to have the video going on for too long. My aim is to really get a video going for about 30 minutes or so, give or take. That would be the ideal video. I don't want my videos going on for too long, as a few people have mentioned in the previous video. So I do hope you've enjoyed this week's video. we are coming to a close very shortly. There's not really much, or hasn't been much, for me to really sort of show you or document with you for the last couple of days, really, purely because I've been doing the same work pretty much every day this week. Not every day, but near enough. I've had the same run this week, purely because just the way the work's worked out, I guess. Still got a bit of a sore throat. Feels like I've got a sore throat from being my first week back. So I'm on my 6th day now. So I am doing overtime this morning. What time is it? It is just gone 5 AM. We are due to be at our delivery point about 6:30. They don't open till 7 on a Saturday morning, so we are going to be slightly early, but best of being early than being late, I guess. Yeah, and that's that really. There's not really much to actually sort of tell you, really. It's been a real... How's my first week been this week? It's been an interesting week, I must say, to summarise. Clearly we had that incident with the container driver who had nothing but road rage towards me on the road. Was trying to intimidate me, make me feel really uncomfortable. At one point I felt like he was trying to push me off the road. So that was one incident. That's a learning curve, to not react, to stay calm in the situation, to push back and let him go, because it's only going to end badly for either one person, possibly two people. And why would you draw yourself into a situation that you haven't even drawn yourself into, if you like? So yeah, that was one. So that's a learning curve. Certainly, I'm sure there's many more to come in the future, because it's full of them on the road. In fact, I had another nutter I spoke to yesterday on the road. My goodness, some people have been driving too long. Anyway, just saying, just put it out there. Some people need to take a chill pill in this job. Yeah, and obviously I was invited to mainstream group for an interview with BBC, which would have been a great experience for me. I'm just gutted that I couldn't attend, because obviously I was on the road already this week. It was pretty much late notice, but if I was given a bit more notice, then I can book the time off work, of course, and attend. I would love to attend as well. So it's a missed opportunity for me, because I think it would have been nice to give the BBC, which is a massive media company, of course, as you probably know, everyone's heard of the BBC, to give them my point of view on the industry, on what I thought of the training, what I think of the industry so far. It would have been nice to put that across, and to maybe give them my reasons for why I think the industry isn't where it should be, I guess. Not that I'm any sort of expert in it. I'm not. I just go by from what I see, speak to people drivers I speak to, and what I see. You know, so first-hand experience, I guess, or knowledge. But everyone's got their different views on this industry, of course. And I mean, from a new driver's point of view, it would have been nice to put that across. But you know, it is what it is. I'm sure Mainstream had a great day, and managed to basically get themselves in front of the limelight as well. Obviously, with a massive company like them. But hey ho, you live and learn. It is what it is. Crack on. But yeah, it's been an interesting week, and obviously it is Saturday morning today. I'm hoping to I want to get to the yards. We'll get this dropped off. It's back to the yards. I've got to drop the trailer for a live load, well, for a load over the weekend for another driver. I'm then picking up a trailer this morning, just going to Dartford. I'm going to Ocado in Dartford this morning for a 10 AM delivery. So it's a trailer that's already loaded. Deliver that, and then back to the yard, keep the same trailer on, and I'm back out on Monday. I think I'm off to Felixstowe. So a different type of job for next week, start of next week. Slightly different. And that'll be a new week. Anyway, I am going to crack on with my Saturday morning. There's not much else that I can really show you. It's going to be a really short morning, so thank you for watching this week. It's been a real pleasure to give you some more content this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. If you want to comment, please comment on below the video. Any videos you'd like to see, once again, please let me know. Then I'll do my best to do that for you. Any sort of training videos you'd like, let me know. I'll do my best for that. Coupling, uncoupling, vehicle checks, anything at all. Anything you're unsure with, please comment below. Give me some ideas. I'm open to listening to that, of course. And we'll see how we get on. Sore throat. Please don't forget to don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little bell notification. I'll leave it up here or here. And don't forget to join me on Instagram and Facebook. I'm on there as well. If you've got any questions, you can get in touch with me on there. I do respond to comments pretty promptly, as much as I can, when I'm not driving, of course. So any questions, anything, come and give us a follow. Your support is always always touched, and I'm always very grateful, and it's always much appreciated, your support, and it has been since day one. So thank you once again. I can't say thank you enough. But have a fantastic rest of the weekend. I look forward to seeing you next week. Stay safe on the road, drive safe. Bye bye for now.